Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Update. Court refuses to bar Obaseki from participating in PDP primaries. Wow. My people, remember, first of all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. Thank you very much for your continuous support. I truly, really appreciate you. I've seen the comments of so many of you. Well, I just want to clear the air. It's not our fault totally. We get the news and we report. Yes. So the news we got this morning initially was he's been bad. The other news we got was that he's not been bad. And listen, this is now the correct update with regards to the election of PDP primaries coming up on the 25th, Thursday, in Edo State. Let's get on to the news and get all the details. This man has gone through a lot. And if you are someone who believes that Gordon Obaseki is doing well and should be the governor of Edo State, please pray for him. Seriously, moving one place to the other, different news. I don't know how he's still standing. Trust me, I don't understand it. Anyway, let's get on to the news and get all the details. Update. Court refuses to bar Obaseki from participating in PDP primaries. A federal high court in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, has refused to bar Godwin Obaseki, the Edo State governor, from participating in the People's Democratic Party PDP primary election slated for Thursday. Mr. Obaseki was granted a waiver by the PDP recently after he joined the opposition party from the All Progressive Congress APC. The suit was incited by one of the governorship aspirants of the PDP, Omoroge Ihema, who had vowed not to step down for Mr. Obaseki. A major reason stated that Mr. Ihema was that the major reason stated by Mr. Ihena was that Mr. Obaseki recently joined the party. Only those who purchased the form during the stipulated window should be allowed to participate in the primary election. Just like Mr. Obaseki's former party, the APC, Mr. Ihema also questioned his educational credentials. Mr. Ihena also prayed that the primaries be put on hold pending when the court would hear the motion on notice. The Justice E.A. Obile, however, did not grant the prayers. The judge asked that the motion seeking to bar Mr. Obaseki be served on the defendants, including Mr. Obaseki, via newspaper publication. Several newspapers, including Prime Times, earlier on Tuesday reported that Mr. Obaseki has been barred by the court from contesting the election. These accounts of the court's proceedings were inaccurate, Prime Time later confirmed. Yes, that's what I was trying to tell you. The first news that was out today was inaccurate. I can tell you it's part and parcel of the plans of those who doesn't want Governor Obaseki to participate from the primaries first of all. I mean, it's when you pass the primaries that you can go on to contest by September 11, yes? So the news that was released to all media houses, newspaper, I'm telling you, even the newspaper carried a misinformation. Media houses, what have you, television houses, everywhere there was a miscommunication. That is to tell you something. Somebody somewhere is scared or seriously afraid and is not ready to, people are jittering. A lot is at stake at this time. I'll continue with the news. Mr. Obaseki joined the People Democratic Party on Friday after he was disqualified by his former party, APC, from seeking re-election allegedly by submitting questionable certificates. The APC on Monday picked a former secretary to the Edo state government, Osage Ize Iyamu, as its candidate for the election. Mr. Ize Iyamu has defected to the APC from the PDP, while the governor traveled in the opposite direction, crossing from APC to PDP. In the 2016 governorship election, Mr. Isaac Iyamu was the candidate of the People Democratic Party, while Mr. Obaseki flew the flag for APC. So these are some of the things actually going on right now as we speak. So like I was trying to clear the air. So a lot happened this morning. Yes. So the news that got to us, yes, and I mean that same thing, the newspaper, media houses, Apple Line Media, I mean all forms of media, all forms of news channel that's relates news in Nigeria. The news that got to us this morning, yes, was that I don't know if there was a conspiracy somewhere just to carry out a note of fear down to everybody those who support Godwin Obaseki. Now, let me state this loud and clear. For this election, people, seriously, if you are in a those states, yes, please be very careful. I know what I'm talking about. Be very careful. So many people are ready to do anything to get into that position. So you really have to be careful. Like seriously, be careful. Don't see if you notice that the place is becoming tensed. Go home. Don't die in this election because the news we're hearing and so many things. It's not we're not passing out fear, but we're just trying to let you know. If you notice that there is confusion, thugs are coming up, people are carrying weapons, please, especially young men, please, especially late teenagers, early 20s, early 30s, late 20s, early 30s, please go home. If you die, Edo State will still have a governor. Think life will still go on. Now, who they alive, they judge Keso. So please look after yourself. Stand by the side of truth. If you feel that somebody deserves to lead you at this time, please give your 200% support. And don't put yourself in a crossfire by any means at all, because at the end of the day, life will continue. Politicians have a way of sorting out themselves. It's very clear and obvious now that Nigeria is no longer business as usual with politics. Things are beginning to change. Change is beginning to come gradually. Yes, gone are the days where you meet some people, permit me to use this word, Godfather, and they give you their blessing and they stand and say, yes, this is the person you want, and you just get there. No. People are standing their grounds. People are taking definite positions. People are working hard to see to it that such practices are eradicated. So please, if there's any way, form, or kind that you are noticing that there's going to be any form of violence, please cast your vote and go home. Don't stay and wait to see what's going to happen. Have you heard of the word called straight bullet, crossfire? Please don't get involved, please. If you believe in anybody, give them your undying support. Yes, support them adequately and correctly. And Governor Gordon Obaseki is gone through a lot, because I can't imagine if I were the one and I get a news this morning being circulated in all form of media and platforms saying that I've been disqualified. I don't know how I'm going to take that, or I've been barred from just a few hours to the election. So a lot is at stake at the moment, and you can only support if you feel he's the one. You can support him in prayers. Yes, you can't go wrong with that. Support him in prayers, and do your best to make sure that you get the person who will lead Edo State to the next level. It's very important. Enough is enough of what has not been working in Nigeria. We have to move ahead. We have to move forward. Nigeria has to be better than whatever it has been before. Anyway, my people, this is the matter. Don't forget to like us, to share, to subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. A very big thank you. God bless. Bye for now.